Welcome everyone, TheDailyWoo here. Today's adventure will consist of me running some errands, but I'm not going to document those so much. It is the en route to going to those spots, and I have some ideas to stop off at a few places. My bicycle is going to be going away. This is the last moments with the bike that I've had living here in Orange County, California. Someone is purchasing it, and I am delivering it to them a little bit later, but as I stated not before, checking out a few things in that area. I'm inviting you to join me. Shall you?
Still remember the first time I tried to put the bike in the back of my vehicle. It took me a while to figure it out, but kind of dialed it in. And I'm doing this for the last time, kind of crunching it in here. Also, fueling up. Need some gas before heading out. You're right, Big the Foot. That does kind of look like a space pod over there. It's been a heck of a long time since I've been out this way. A few years. But any reason... Whoop, there's a bird right there perched on that fence. Any reason to be in this area, this neck of the woods? I have to swing by out here. You just have to. Well, I have to. Way out here on this desolate road was Lion Estates, 1955, from the movie Back to the Future, where Marty pulls the DeLorean up right here and looks over at not only the billboard of his future home, but also this field here. And then a little later pushes the, well, not much later, but pushes the car through where this gate is and behind the billboard, which stood right here. And it's fascinating that these three fence posts, these three beams, are the same ones seen on screen. Well, you can tell there's a long one on that end and a long one on the far end and a short one in the middle, meaning that the billboard was right there. Exactly. Oh my goodness, is that an owl? Is that a baby owl? Okay, I'm gonna step back because your mama might be, whoop! Your mama might be around and I don't want... Okay, I'm gonna leave you be, baby owl. I don't want your mama to come find me. Just checking out the Back to the Future spot. You are so cute. I brought along my little miniature time machine DeLorean. Got it placed kind of not precisely on the pavement down to the inch, but more or less in the same general vicinity here. Where he cruises along here. Hits the brakes. Pretty neat. Still pretty much looks the same. Very, very empty terrain out here. You finally invented something that worked. It works! Wanted to show an example of what I was talking about with those poles. Look right there towards the bottom. You can see the middle pole and the shorter pole there on the one end, and then the far end is the longer pole. And now you can see exactly what I'm referring to. Let me zoom in. There you go. That sums it up. There's also a behind the scenes photo of Zemeckis and Michael J. Fox sitting on a tree stump, a log of sorts, right along this fence line. And it has baffled me for a long time, and I can never find it. I don't know exactly where it is, but it was right along here. You can prominently see it there that they're sitting on either end. And there's those metal poles, which leads me to believe it, in the trees in the background, that it was off kind of in this direction. See, with the incline of the little ditch there. So it could have been right in here.
No stumps anymore, all been torn out. But there are the metal poles. Your guess is as good as mine. It's a mystery where that stump is. And this is kind of looking from the perspective of what you don't see. The camera's facing the opposite way. So imagine I was in the DeLorean. Hold on a second. Hold on. I need to do this correctly. So this is how he would have, if you were looking from his perspective, driving in confusion, he went underneath this very unique looking tree that could be seen, pulled up another 100 yards and then skid to a stop. Now see, this looks like the same type of the wood from the tree there. So it definitely was in this area. And I'm thinking maybe it could have been next to this tree that you see in the film, because there was an angle where Marty is walking up this way and there is a water tower way off in the distance that can also be seen. This debris and foliage here, but there are some that look very similar, including this one. It's not as lengthy, but it does have that little pop-up on the end. Yeah, I'm a nerd. I'm a total nerd that I'm looking for, or it could have just been tossed up into this heap up in here. It's tough to say. All right, moving on. A little recreation in progress. I'm not going to get it up to 88 because that means I have to get my vehicle up to 88 through here, and that's probably frowned upon, Big the Foot. I know you want me to. Yeah, it's gusty out here. It's a little bit of a breeze. I have both the windows open. Okay, you're stabilizing now. Lion Estates, 55. Right, there's those metal poles I was referring to. Right here. Oh, I'm wrong. It's up here another. Whoa! Dang it. It's up here. Just a few more feet. Woo! There it is. Also, there's that water tower I was referring to when he's walking towards Hill Valley, right before he goes to the town square. He's walking down this road. If you look off to the side, you have to have a keen eye. You can see that water tower. A fun fact. Take a look for it next time, if you feel like it. Take a look at this. Just so cool. One place I've always wanted to see, but it has eluded me, is here in Miraloma. It is the Tonka truck yard. It appears as if there's a gentleman out in the yard itself, watering the tree and watering the trucks, perhaps? Take a look at this. There is a plethora of Tonka trucks. Wow, and they stretch all the way back over there as well. It's like thousands of them tucked away under that tree. Very impressive. This states Tonka parking only. All others will be bulldozed. There's a whole patch of them back there, as well as the one that are in the front of the yard. Oh yeah, even over there. They're just all kind of hidden in all the little areas. Walked over to the farthest point here where they start. Just kind of go along the perimeter. It is very, very, very windy. It's just kind of all along the edge there, and then goes past his home. The other end, the dog barking back there. An assortment of other vehicles down in here as well. There's a regular truck there. There's a Jeep down there, a Cruiser. Oh, look at that van. It's like a van in the back of that one. How many of them do you have?
1,028.
1,028.
Cows take the down here about a month or so ago, out of Wacadena. You know who they are?
No, I'm not familiar with them. Caltech Laboratories?
Yeah, there's one that traces a space shuttle. They're the government thing that follows the space shuttle.
What were they doing out here?
I got 25 of these. They'll all have the frame metal in it. I don't get told to take care of them some more, so. But usually they're stamped in here somewhere. Made USA. Now some like that one there, and this one, there's some of them stamped made in Mexico, and some of them made in China.
Right.
But these here, the long hood was the 50s and 60s. Now, cheap, they made a short hood. But this is the electric.
That's the heavy duty one.
Yeah, that's all metal. Frame is metal. Tires stamped with Tonka. And they usually stamped in here somewhere, but I don't see it on this one. But they've been sent for a long time. Well, some of them are stamped in Mexico, some are stamped in China. I'm trying to find one that had a stamp in it, but anyway. Somebody got looking at the one, and this guy had 20 of them. So I made a deal with him. I just bought all 20 of them, and bought them, strung them along the fence here. And people started stopping and looking at them, taking pictures of them. And then they look at 20, then maybe they look at 50. So I just started buying more and more. Every time I go to swap meet, I'd buy 4 or 5.
Yeah.
I'd buy all I could find, and then garage sales and stuff, and then people started bringing them and just giving them to me.
Oh, people would drop them off.
Yeah, the kid left home, they're just in the garage, and you got a bunch, I'll give you a couple more.
Have you ever downsized any of them, or you still have all of them you've always had?
Well, I've give a couple of them away. Two guys come by here one day, and they said they were going to an orphanage in Tijuana, and they had 4 young kids, like 8, 10-year-old kids in the orphanage there. They wanted to buy 4 of them to give to each one of those boys a Tonka toy. And so I said, well, if you're going to spend the money for the gas and spend the effort to go down there and do that, they're Mexican guys, but they're really nice people. Real gentlemen, you know. And so I said, if you're going to do that, I'll give you 4. You don't have to buy them. So I give them 4 of the nicest ones I could find. And they took them, I guess. That's where they said they were going.
Yeah.
And then a lady stopped out here one day, and she had a little 6-year-old kid in the back seat of her car. I was along the fence here, and she says, look, says, tomorrow's his birthday, and I only got $6, but I wanted to buy one, and if you'll sell it to me for $6, I wanted to buy it. Because we buy it, we'll come by every day, and he sees them, and he just loves them, and he wants one so bad. And if you'll sell me one for $6, I'll pay it. I'll buy it. So I found it real nice. I just handed it to the gun store. I said, if that's all you got is $6, you just keep your $6 and you wish him a happy birthday for me.
Oh, excellent. That was very nice of you.
So, New York, everywhere. I've been contacted by people all over the world. They made me famous in the Tonka world, but you know, it made me money.
Right. Would you say you have the biggest collection of Tonka trucks that there is, or is someone with more?
The largest private collection.
Okay. All right, so museum item as far as a private collection. All right, well, thanks for talking to me. What was your name? Jim. My name's Adam. All right, Jim. Jim's my dad's name. So my dad's name is Jim, so it's a familiar name. J-I-M. Yeah, it's a good name.
Only 7 presidents named James, and 8 named John.
I used to know 2 brothers. Their names were Jim and James. The same name.
Really?
But they were called Jim and James. There were 2 different brothers, but one's name was Jim and the other was James.
Really?
They're very unusual, but that's what their names were.
Yeah.
That's what their parents named them. Jim and James. Shorten it to Jim. All right, Jim, well, I appreciate it. Thanks for talking to me. That was awesome. Really nice guy. Gave me a lot of information and really appreciate him talking to me like that, showing me his collection. I know Big the Foot. I've never seen, oh, there's a horse. There's a horse. I've never seen that many Tonka trucks before in my life in a yard. And just down the way is a few miles. Check this out. I can see you're excited. I am too. You're kind of blocking Gumby though. Yeah, look. Gumby, right here in the side of someone else's yard, in their homestead. Gumby himself, a very large, looks to be about 7 or 8 feet tall, maybe even 10 foot tall Gumby. Good to see you, Gumby. Classic Harley. A lot of people riding horses around here. Covering quite a bit of ground today. There still is one last spot I want to check out before dropping my bike off to its new owner. Historical landmark marker, 500 feet ahead. Here in Riverside. 500 feet. This way. Underneath that netting, which is there to protect it, is a navel orange tree that spawned every navel orange anywhere in Southern California. They are all, I guess you could say, descendants of this tree right here. It all started with this tree. Oh, here we have an information placard right down here to commemorate the introduction of the first, oh, this says marsh grapefruit trees into California. Okay, marsh grapefruit? It's not navel oranges. Let me zoom in a little. Brought to Riverside back in 1890 from Lakeland, Florida. It's almost like a transplant like I am. I don't know though, that looks like, those look like oranges. Maybe there was a grapefruit tree on site as well as the oranges? That's confusing. Aha! That is what I'm looking for. Right there. This states, to honor Mrs. Eliza Tibbetts, to commend her good work in planting this. Let me zoom in a little bit. The first Washington navel orange tree in California. The most valuable fruit introduction yet made in the U.S. Department of Agriculture, 19 and 20. And it still stands right here under this protective netting. Pretty fascinating, pretty neat. You can even see a few up in there if you look closely. That's going to do it for today. If you're new here, please subscribe. By doing so, it helps keep you in the loop, up to date on future uploads here on this channel. If you enjoyed this particular episode, I covered quite a bit of ground, quite a bit of miles. I am about now to go drop off the bicycle that I have been using for pretty good. I put quite a few miles on it. It is still in great shape. I'm gonna say goodbye to that bike and could carry on. Do not have room at my homestead with the downsizing, so have to say goodbye. Can be such sweet sorrow. If you enjoyed this particular episode and what you saw, it was neat interviewing and talking to the gentleman with the Tonka trucks, also seeing Gumby and his pal there. I'm drawing a blank on Gumby's friend there on the other side of the yard, and the other variety of items that I showed in this episode out into the Back to the Future 1955, you know, where Marty's area was. I'm trying to forget everything that I have done because I have covered quite a bit. If you enjoyed this, give it a big thumbs up. I'm kind of distracted about losing the bike, but it's okay. We'll carry on. Life is all about progress. And I'll see you in the next video. The vlog. Yeah, that's the first navel tree. The navel orange tree. If you eat enough of them, make your navel feel good. The vlog is over. Are those petunias?